Tiger fans, it's our most favourite part of the week, the 2025 North Melbourne deathride chart. I mean, it's our favourite time of the week because it's currently tracking in a really, really nice area for us. One that I wasn't so sure it was going to get near at this point of the year. Things seem to be going not so well down at Arden Street, it must be said. And while I feel for North Melbourne supporters because they're going through such a long rebuild phase and it's just not panning out, the timing couldn't be any better for us as Richmond supporters as we have hold of their number one pick for this year, or sorry, their first round pick for this year. It could be a number one pick by the end of it at this rate, who knows? But anyway, like you know the rules, we've got the chart lined up, ready to go. So let's jump across now and see how it all sits currently. Okay, so here we are with our North Melbourne deathride chart with the little Grim Reaper up the top with the yellow sash. He loves it. Another red L box has been added to the list. That's 4 losses in a row for North Melbourne this year. Giggity, 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 giggity. And it's really weird because after that win against the D's in round 2, I think a lot of us thought they were going to draw a supreme amount of confidence from that and they were going to keep going to another level. But it's kind of gone in the reverse. And it's been some hefty losses as well. So the Blues knocked the Kangaroos off in the week just gone. They did an absolute number on them by 82 points. And the week before they lost by 52 points. Then to Sydney they lost by 65. Adelaide 36. So they're not just having small losses, they're getting beaten quite comprehensively. And the Carlton one in particular, they were just having a field day with them later on in the game. It was kind of alarm bell territory for North Melbourne, if I'm being honest. But if we have a look at all the metrics there, total losses 5, ladder position 16th, and that means the current draft pick that they will be handing over to us at the end of the 2025 season is pick number 3. And we currently have pick number 4 of our own in our back pocket as well. Quite an interesting position to be in where the pick that we've received from the trade is ahead of where our own pick is, given that we were slated to not win a game for the year. And we've managed to jag 2 and find ourselves above the Kangaroos on the ladder at the moment. And that can obviously all change very, very quickly. But I thought let's have a quick look at what lies ahead for the Kangaroos in terms of their fixture so we get a bit more of a gauge of where things might be at. So this week coming, they've got Port Adelaide in Port Adelaide. That's going to be a very tough game. The Power at home are a tough team to beat, and you would have to say that Port are going to get that one done pretty easily, I would think. If they don't, then they'll be held to pay for Ken Hinkley, I can assure you. The following week, they've got the Bombers. That starts to feel like more of a 50-50 game. That's one I think they possibly could win. Although, if they keep having declines in form, their confidence could be through the floor, and the Bombers might be able to get them there. So at the moment, let's call it 50-50. And then the following week, they've got Brisbane in Tasmania. Now, the Tassie piece definitely helps North Melbourne in that game, but Brisbane are the reigning premiers for a reason. They're a bloody good side, and I can't see a world where Brisbane don't win that game quite comfortably. So that could be... So let's, out of those next 3 games, let's call it 2 losses and a win against Essendon, which could flip the other way and be 3 losses. Then they face us at the MCG, which I cannot remember the last time we played them at the G. Maybe it wasn't all that long ago and I'm just being stubborn. But I know we don't play them there often. That becomes a massive game, which is really funny. If things keep going the way they should go for their results, it could be a chance for us to put separation between us, which sounds really bizarre, doesn't it, given where we're coming from. But that shapes out to be a massive game. And then after us, they play Collingwood, who are in first place and absolutely flying at the moment. So a bit of a tough draw coming up, and that gets them to the bye, I should add. That gets them to round 12. But a bit of a tough run coming up for the Kangaroos with 2 winnable games, the Essendon and the Richmond game, of course. But they could both flip either way, and they could lose the next 3 or 4 in a row, conceivably. Interesting times ahead, folks. But like I said, currently got pick 3, which is more than handy. But yeah, let's see if we can't turn that into pick 2 or higher in the next 5 or 6 weeks and get a little bit greedy. But there you go. That is the North Melbourne 2025 deathride chart update. Just a bit of a laugh, but make sure you like and subscribe for more. Tune in for next week's one. We'll keep the updates happening, and I'll see you for the next video. Go Tigers. And go Port. Go the Power.